and welcome to the first ever live stream broadcast of the Red, White, and the Blues podcast. And Jason's making funny faces right now. What's up, man?
I
How
mean,
you doing tonight? My main
I know
Bertache
now
Nacho.
it's a weird, bro, taco, because I can usually make funny faces at you, but now everyone knows those
Yep.
faces. So all 11 of our people know
Yeah,
our
I
faces
mean,
now.
I really expect to have exactly no viewers on this live stream because we've been
Yeah.
talking now for like 2 weeks. Hey, let's do a live stream. And our old asses figured out how to actually do it.
Oh man, your old ass figured it out. I just followed, so
Yeah.
it's pretty good. You are a year
Um,
older than me, so that's not inaccurate. I would
Dude,
like to
it's
say.
not a year. It's like 5 months. Okay,
Oh,
5
true,
months.
true, true, true.
5 months.
Whoa.
That would that would be
Somebody just commented.
not gonna say who that is, but yeah. Anyway, um, yeah. So let's just get into, I guess, the topic of the match. Chelsea
Wow.
and who do we Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great match, guys. I really fun times watching that on Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what do you say? I mean, it's Chelsea season, or in a nutshell, it's Chelsea season. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's
Chelsea's. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the potential might be there. I don't know. Jury's still out. They they had chances, they blew it. Um they fell apart mentally when it mattered most. Um yeah. So that pretty much sums it up. I happen to think I would have rather lost like 4 or 5-0 to Liverpool starters
Yeah.
than for it to have played out the way it did. I think
Mhm.
that all of the chatter around this is even more embarrassing than I thought it would be, even with the Klopp farewell tour thing that was
Yeah.
already being drummed up. So yeah, I mean, their comments have been said by pundits, a lot of criticism lobbed at a lot of people, and the suck off fest for Klopp and Liverpool is well underway. They're talking quadruple. Yeah,
Oh
I mean, what do you
my
say,
god.
man? This is embarrassing. Like,
Yeah.
this is the worst game that
Yeah.
this is the worst game possible.
It is
But
definitely the worst match I've ever seen, and not the worst match, I guess I should say, but definitely not. I don't know. I don't even know where to start. I mean, at this point in time, like, where do you start with this match? Like, where do you go?
yeah, I mean, last week I said that I was pretty apathetic
Mhm.
and I didn't have high hopes for this game. Um, and I didn't. I didn't have high hopes for this game. But man, we had Liverpool on the ropes. We had Liverpool on the ropes at the end of the game. We had Liverpool on the
Mhm.
ropes several times during the game. Like, they brought out, I think they're calling them Klopp's kids. like
Yeah.
they
But
they brought out like their B string team,
yeah.
and we had, I guess, what is our pretty typical starting 11 now, and
Mhm.
we couldn't seal the deal, man. And then extra time comes, and I was like, at the end of the 90, I was like, man, Liverpool look really ragged. They look really tired. They look really downtrodden. And the extra time comes, man, and we blew it. We
We didn't
freaking
do anything.
blew it.
We did
Yeah.
nothing. Absolutely
And their
nothing. Like,
fans were in it the entire time. Their fans never gave up. They were in
mm-mm.
full voice, singing at the
Yeah.
top of their lungs. Liverpool's got some banger songs too, and banger chants. And
Yeah.
like, what I mean, what are we gonna do, man? Like, like it's embarrassing. I feel like more like the state of our club is like pretty bad right now, and I haven't felt this embarrassed in a really long time, even with all of the negativity that surrounds the club and our organization and all the people individually within it. I haven't felt in the last 2 years, I haven't felt this embarrassed. Even with
No,
Graham Potter at the helm, even with Lampard like tanking the team last year at the end of the season, like
yeah. Well, I told
I'm well
yeah.
embarrassed.
I texted you before the match. I said I feel like just based off of everything on X and Reddit and everything like that, like we were just way too overconfident going into the match.
Mhm.
And I was like, I have a
Yeah.
bad feeling about this because it was everybody was like, oh, Chelsea's gonna win 3-1, Chelsea's gonna win 4-0, Chelsea's gonna do this, Chelsea's gonna I'm like, guys, this is Chelsea. Like, have you watched a single match this season? Like, when have we ever demonstrated or shown that we can put those kind of numbers up, that we can win 2-0 or
Yeah.
3-0? Like, we can't keep clean sheets to save our lives. So that's automatically one goal for Liverpool to start off the bat because we're not keeping a clean sheet. So you literally have to score two, and we can't score two goals. It's an impossibility at this point almost against a top tier team. Um, I don't know, man. It was just one of those things. Like the hype and the stuff was overblown before the match, like that we should just go in and walk the match. Like you can never go in and walk a match against an EPL team. Like it doesn't matter. Like if you're playing Luton, you're not going against Luton and gonna walk them. Like it just doesn't happen anymore. It's the league is, and especially when you're playing a top six side, the team that's in the league for the title. Like you're not gonna walk them. So
Yeah.
it was dumb. It was overconfident, and I just it just didn't sit right with me that that's the way we were approaching the match. Like as a fans, it's like what makes you think that this is going to happen? Like, in what world has Chelsea shown you that they're going to do that this year? So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a bummer. And then, like you said, you were saying it a second ago that going into, you know, extra time, like we had them on the ropes. Like we had chances right there at the end. They were tired. And we came out and played scared, defensive in extra time. Like instead of taking it to them. Granted they made some subs, but still. But you also see, like, it's the mentality of the two teams. Like one team thinks they can win, the other team doesn't. Like, and it's reflective in their managers. Like the reflection of like how Poch approached his team going into extra time and how Klopp approached his team going into extra time. Like Klopp was over there like, get your asses going, play hard. Like he was motivating his players, and Poch is just sitting there like having normal everyday conversations with his players. Like no sense of urgency. Half of them are laying on the ground getting stretched out. Liverpool's all in a huddle,
Yeah.
getting hype and whatever they are doing. And we're just sitting there, half our players are stretching on the ground. Poch is over here having a conversation with probably his butt. I don't know. I
I
don't
mean, it
know.
gives you a little insight into maybe because we've talked about this, and there's been speculation about what kind of halftime talks Potch gives, just
Mm-hmm.
because there have been times we've come out hot and we go into half and we come out just looking lethargic. I don't know. Maybe we got to see a little insight. I know it's not the same as a typical halftime talk, but during that period between the 90 and the extra time,
Yeah.
it's like you said, like there's like Klopp is breathing life into a
Mm-hmm.
team that, as you said, was on the ropes, and Poch wasn't.
No.
And I mean, there's the dichotomy right there. One team played for pins, and it's
Yeah.
been admitted by the manager himself. We played for pins,
Well, no, now
and
that's come out that was misconstrued and taken out of context,
oh,
Jason.
of course it was.
That he
Yeah.
didn't really mean that. That what he was saying is as he didn't instruct the players to play for pins. That was just his opinion as he was watching the match from the sidelines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, lead the team not to do that. I don't know. Like,
I'm with
Do
you.
your damn job. Yeah,
Motivate the
I'm
players.
yeah, I'm pretty. I mean, whatever happened happened. I mean, we lost the game. I mean,
Yeah.
you can see the energy levels on the pitch. Like why we defend set pieces the way we do. We were begging for that. Like we were
Oh
begging for
yeah.
that all extra time. We were begging for that in the 90. I
100%.
mean, we're lucky Endo did what he did. Um,
Mhm.
when he blocked off Colwill and they had their goal called off. I mean,
Yeah.
like also, dude, the offsides on us is just insanity. Like the angle of that is just insane. Like what? I mean, we're at the FA Cup
Mhm.
at Wembley. Why do we not have a straight line camera angle on that offside call?
It
Like
you're
that is asinine to me.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying that's why we lost the game. I'm just saying any goal changes a game. It's always going to change it. And it doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things, I guess now, but other than the FA and the reffing need to get their acts together.
Yeah. I
And
mean, I
it's insane that that's in a final that
yeah.
like we have to even question this. So,
Mhm. Yeah, but I mean, how many times has this happened to us in the finals now?
yeah, true.
Like, I mean, it happened with Lukaku, that one was even more blatant than this one, um, in his goal against Liverpool, and I don't think officiating overall was bad in the game.
I
I
agree with
think
that.
I don't think it was terrible. The offsides call, I know we disagree on this because we text about it and everything. I think he was off. I think his knee was in front of Van Dyke. But to your point, you can't actually truly tell that because everything's at an angle. Nothing's down the line. There's no down the line shot. And I don't understand how we know the technology is available.
Yeah.
Like we know that because of the World Cup. Like it's there. Like the technology to literally show the players side by side, 3D images of them completely there. But why is that technology not in supposedly the best league in the world yet? Like it does. Oh, because some of the lower clubs don't have it. Well, why can't the FA fund it? Like, isn't that the job of the FA to get this on the same page? I don't know.
Yeah. The refereeing's been or the problems with VAR and the problems with refereeing in
Yeah.
general are just whatever. It's just sad that that type of thing not and it's like you said, the refereeing itself.
Hmm.
Like I thought Kavanaugh did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
And he let play go
Yeah. He did.
um a lot. I think it created a really dynamic final. I think for the neutral that game was probably pretty good. But
Yeah.
for us, for the Chelsea contingent, um,
Not good.
that game, I am pretty embarrassed, actually.
Yeah.
I think last week I was apathetic and I
Hmm.
just didn't care about this final at all. And this week, the way that we lost it and the narratives that surround this, and now we're labeled the what is it? The blue billion bottle job or something? I don't know.
Whatever.
Whatever Gary
Yeah.
Neville said, that
Well,
whole thing's taken on a life of its
yeah,
own
he
at
walked
this
it back
point.
today some.
He
He
did. Yeah,
walked
I
it
watched
back,
that.
yeah. But
And like I mean, to his point, he didn't mean for it to turn into what it turned into, but like the 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 truth and humor there, I think
yeah,
is
for
is
sure.
what really like resonates with people because yeah, I
Mhm,
mean, we've spent just under $1 billion on this team. And to be fair, we've sold a lot of players, like more
mhm,
than any other club really in the last since Bowley and Co have been part of this. And so we're like 700 million net at this point in the hole.
mhm.
And then to be fair, that's amortized over a lot of years.
Yeah, and
But
so we're
in the
stuck.
grand scheme of things, we paid what we paid for these
Mhm,
players.
yeah,
We had to pay Potter to get out of his contract.
Mhm.
Like that's not even included in the figures that we're doing. How many people like Vivell left 6 months into the job?
Yeah.
um I don't know if that means anything other than maybe it's just telling
No,
for
I think
what
it's
we're doing.
telling. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's telling.
So I would say the main bottle jobs are Bowley and Co. And then
Mhm.
add to that, yeah, this team is I like and the biggest worry about this team and like I think we've written Potch off. Like I just don't I mean, I saw a
Yeah.
tweet I don't know if you sent it to me, but it was just like he's that Tottenham winning mentality has now infiltrated our club.
I know that wasn't
um
me. I didn't send you that. That's good though.
Something
That
about
is
yeah,
good.
something close to that. I don't remember who it was because I think if I saw it, it was in passing. So
Mhm.
sorry, I can't give you credit, but or anybody credit, but like I think we've already written him off. Like I just don't. Uh, I don't know. Fundamentally, Potch has a problem with subs and has a problem
Yeah.
with tactics. It doesn't mean like in that first 90, like it was just kind of
What tactics?
like a slugfest, and it was kind of open game. And basically, what would happen is if Liverpool pressured us in the game, we wilted, and
Mhm.
then Liverpool would get tired and back off, and
Yep.
then it would look like we had chances. I mean, we did, but it would look like we were better than we were because they would back off for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then here comes Liverpool again, and then we wilt, and then they let us come at them, and we just totally didn't take advantage of that, and
Nope.
and yeah, so it's like you said, what tactics, and then yeah, Potch doesn't fire up the team and we can't fire up ourselves. So like with this team, I think I sidetracked myself. With this team, I don't have any sort of hope that they can mentally bounce back from this because I think this is pretty devastating loss in terms of the amount of chances we had that we didn't take that we now get to kick ourselves for, that the narrative will always be, man, Chelsea got beat by a bunch of 19-year-olds when like throughout the entire game we had the youngest team on the pitch.
No,
um
we did it. We did even at the end of it. Like the
yeah,
average age at the end of the match
exactly.
was Liverpool was a little over 24 years. We were 22, almost 23 years. We're 22.6 years. So
Yep.
all this crap about we got beat by a bunch of kids is just bullshit. Like that's
I
not
think
true.
it comes down it's like when people use the wrong words for stuff, it comes down to like the experience on the pitch though. Like we did get beat by a bunch of
Yeah,
no name Liverpool reserve team,
true. Now that's
young
fair.
reserve team,
That's
and then
fair.
our kids have been playing all season. So
Yeah, that's
I think that's
fair.
what people mean, but then the narrative's
Mhm.
going to get out of hand where it's like, yeah, we definitely had the younger team, but
Yeah.
experience wise, I think that's what people mean maybe. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it's a stupid narrative anyway, and I hate that we're on the receiving end of this. I think it's really bad. I think it's if anything, Potts deserves to go more now than he ever has. So
Yeah. I mean, the
that's
thing
where I
is
stand.
that I think the pendulum, like it could have swung a lot more to like momentum if we would have won this match. And that's what everybody was thinking is like, oh, Chelsea wins this. It's going to propel them on to the last half of the season where they can push forward and maybe, challenge for top six or whatever. But we lose, the pendulum sort of swings back the other way. Like, are they even going to finish in the top 10? Because they're in 11th right now. No, we have a game in hand, but still, we're in 11th technically right now. So the pendulum is sort of swung back the other way. But how far does it swing back the other way? Does it cause us to go into like a downward spiral like Lampard brought last year with where we just don't win matches anymore in this last stretch of the season? Or is it going to do what DCC's tweet or his Instagram post said today, and maybe this is the beginning of something new? Don't really know how that's going to work out. DCC, whatever. Um, so I don't know. it's it's all about mentality and do they have that mental toughness to bounce back? And I'm with you. I don't think they do. I mean, they have no leadership on the team. It's been a talking point the whole season. Like there's no senior leadership on this team. There's no veterans. There's nobody other than Thiago Silva that is a leader on this team. And
I
it's
don't
just
know
a bunch of
about you,
kids.
man, but when my captain starts getting into a shoving match with a 19-year-old, I, I true leadership. That's how I feel.
I don't
That's how I
know.
feel about that.
That was like I think that was the only point I've respected Ben Chilwell this whole year. And everybody was
Trying to
dogging the man.
beat up
I'm
that
like,
kid.
yeah, I'm like, hey, look, at least he's showing some fight. It might be a 19-year-old, but damn, at least he's showing some fight and some passion. This is the most I've seen him do all year. I
That's
mean, he
one way
can't.
to spin it.
I,
I
I
mean,
don't know.
Bradley did tackle him, so I see
To be
why he's
fair, yeah,
mad. Yeah, so I
yeah.
see why he's mad.
I mean, what are you
But
supposed to
yeah,
just get up and not do anything about it? No, you didn't try and inspire your mate. I don't think that's what he was doing because I think Chilwell's too dumb to figure out a way to inspire the team, But yeah, I'm just going to tell myself in my head that that's what Chilwell was doing, that he was inspiring the team and trying to put some fight in them.
yeah,
I don't know. It's a
yeah. I
it's a
don't know.
spin zone.
It's the spit. Yeah, I yeah.
But
I mean, it's fine. I didn't think really that much about it. I just wanted to
yeah,
try to uh joke about the trauma to get through it.
yeah. Yeah, man, it's all good. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know where we go from here. I don't know what we do. We got FA Cup on Wednesday. Just put just put us out of our misery, please. Take us out behind the shed, do an old yeller to us. Get us out of the competition. I don't want to even have any hope that maybe there's a chance that we'll make it to Wembley. I don't
Yeah.
even want that. I just want to get out now. Just put me out the competition. I don't want hope. It's Leeds. They're in decent form right now. There's a good
Oh
chance
yeah.
we lose.
I
So,
I
yeah.
think so for sure. Leeds can definitely they can get after us, man. So
Yeah, it's a rivalry too. Like we hate them, they hate us. So,
yeah.
whatever. Um Yeah. Any other? I mean, do we need to sit here? So, what was? Let me ask you this because I saw the tweet go out today by somebody talking about Gallagher's performance and how, despite his multiple misses, he still had a good match.
I saw that too.
Would you agree or disagree with that said tweet statement?
Um I like I guess it's one of those things, right, that we talk about a lot
Hmm.
and that's the eye test.
Yeah.
So, eye test wise, I guess I can see why people think he did okay. And when looking at the stats, he had 27 of 31 passes. So he had 87% pass rate. He created 3 chances. I'm just not gonna go to the expected goals thing. One of his shots was on target. Um, he had 61 touches. Touches in the opposition box were 7. Defense, he won 1 of 3 tackles, had a block, had a clearance, had an interception, 9 defensive actions, won 59% of his ground duels. So, I mean, I would say, like, stats wise, it's like decent. It's hard,
Yeah.
and I mean, he did have a lot of energy today. And he
He
got a
always
lot
has
more
that.
onto
So,
the ball
yeah.
than he normally does.
Hmm.
But and this has been a thing with the Chelsea fan base all season is how much they are like pushing the Gallagher is amazing narrative.
Hmm.
And I would say he did what he was supposed to do, except finish the ball.
Yeah. And
Uh,
here
like,
we, yeah.
but that's like that's the bare minimum. Like we're
Hmm.
asking Chelsea. We're asking the players of Chelsea to just go out there and like kind of do what you're just supposed to do.
Put the ball in the
And
net.
also finish.
Yeah.
And that's part of that. So yeah, I don't know, man. People have been pushing this narrative. I think he was okay. Like
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think he was as good as everybody's making him out to be.
and I think that's the difference too, is like our perspectives coming from Americans, as we're Americans, he's English. English fans are more drawn to English players. English media is more drawn to English players. And to be fair, I think whenever Pulisic was here, if you go back and listen to a lot of our episodes, I think we were very critical of Pulisic while he was here. Like, I mean, that's the only comparison I got,
Yeah.
because he's the only decent American soccer player, football
Yeah.
player. Sorry. But he's the only decent one we have. So that's the only example I got. And he happened to play for Chelsea. But at the same time, we were critical of him when he screwed up on this podcast. I mean, I think at the end of his Chelsea time, we both sort of wished maybe he would have gotten more of a run in the team, because
Hmm.
nobody else was producing. So why wasn't he getting a shot at it? So, but it is what it is. But I think that's to show that there is media bias with Gallagher. There is with the Chelsea pundits that are English. There's probably more of a bias and more of a favoritism toward Gallagher. Because they want to see him succeed, because it not only benefits their club, but it benefits their country.
Right.
But as long as they have Southgate as their manager, they ain't winning nothing. So just throwing that out there, you English fans. Sorry, he sucks.
Yeah.
But the point is that I'm with you. I think he had it was an average. I mean, like, I want to put him in. He had a terrible game just because of the chances that he missed, but he does do other stuff that leads him maybe to have a little bit better of a game than I want to grade him at.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you miss 3 chances,
Good ones.
it's good ones. It's hard for me to say that you have a good game. Just like Enzo in
Hmm.
this match. Enzo was shit in this match. Like, this is the worst match I've ever seen Enzo play in a Chelsea jersey.
Yeah.
Like, literally, instead of passing the ball back to Palmer when you're in the 6-yard box, you try
Yeah,
to
oh my
back
God.
heel a goal, and Palmer's wide open right there. Like, just
Yeah.
pass the ball to him. No, I'm gonna try and back heel it in the goal.
Yeah.
So frustrating. So freaking frustrating, man. I was watching on my phone at that point in time, so I didn't understand. And then I saw the highlights later, and I saw how open Palmer was. And I'm just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I know why we lost.
It,
This is depressing.
yeah. I was looking at Raheem Sterling's. um,
Nothing.
I
Provided
don't, I think
nothing for the
Pop
team.
Mob's ratings are so weird. He did absolutely nothing though.
But didn't he have like a 5.6 on Fight Mob or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, it was the lowest
5.7.
rating. 5.7,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Hey, look,
uh,
who's been the podcast that's told everybody Sterling's bad for over a year now?
yeah.
This podcast right here, read it. Red, White, Blues FC, guys. Read it right down there.
If
So,
you're just now listening to us, we have disliked Sterling for 2 years. And
2
even
years.
even in the
Yeah.
game that he like the good game that he had earlier this year, I can't remember what game that was.
Yeah, I don't remember. He's had a
Where
couple of
like
decent
4
games.
goals came through him technically.
Yeah.
It was like a 4-goal showing and he scored 2 or something.
Yeah.
And we were still both just like, he's not.
Eh.
He did not do very good. We've talked about him falling up. Like that's what
Yes.
typically happens. He falls up.
Mhm.
So yeah, he was horrible. Like just an absolute like non-outlet.
Yeah. He was gosh awful.
Chilwell was typical Chilwell, I think.
Typical Chilwell.
And then
And
Colwell was okay.
what I learned from this game about Colwell is he is not good in the air. He doesn't
Yeah,
know
exactly.
how to head the ball. He's
And he's one of
terrible
the
in the air.
tallest people on the team.
I know. He's terrible in the air. DCC was back to the same old DCC. Just another shit show of a performance from DCC, Diassi. I don't know why people like he has one good match and everybody's like, oh, look how amazing he is. God, not count all the other bad matches he's had? Yes, we can praise him. He had a good match. It was a great performance.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's not good. He's just average. So
Yeah.
whatever. Gusto, I don't know. He left his touch at Cobham. Like it was
Oh my
not
god.
good. It was
Oh
he
my
def-
god.
his defense was okay, but his first touch and some of the passes that mm, it was
Like, at
not his
least
best
3 of them,
performance.
like, they would pass it to him, and, like, at least 3 of them, it would go right through his foot out of bounds.
Mhm.
I don't
Yep.
know what he was doing. I have
I don't either.
no idea what he was doing. My
I don't
god.
either. I don't either.
Stupid stuff.
Casado was okay.
Caseo
Palmer
actually
was
had one of his better matches
he
this
did.
time.
It's I mean, besides, all the fouls he
Yeah,
committed
yeah.
and
But he's
you know,
one person,
he
like,
is.
he can't
Yeah, he
like,
can't be
and if
everywhere.
Casado's having a better day than normal, then,
Mhm.
like, something yeah, a better day
Yeah,
than normal compared to everybody else. Apparently, he only committed 3 fouls, but
that's not bad. It's not terrible for that's actually a
yeah.
really good day for him. And there he didn't have a yellow this match either, did he?
Nope.
Hey, that's
We
improvements.
we only had 2 yellows, Palmer and Chilwell, so that's
Yeah,
not bad.
Chilwell and I thought Chilwell's was a little I don't know, when that whole
Yeah.
skirmish happened, I thought his was a little weak. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I didn't
It's one of
think
those
his was
things.
deserved.
Yeah, it's like from a ref standpoint though, like I guess giving him and Bradley both a yellow,
Yeah.
like
It's the
tried
way
to
it
calm the
works.
situation. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's stupid. I mean, that whole thing was stupid. So
It
it's
was.
fine. Stupid all around. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, Nico, another
Uh,
average performance. Besides it, when they called him
yeah.
offsides, that was whatever. That
Yeah.
was a good run he made at
Yeah.
least. I don't know. Sterling was
He's
shit. So
he's just not a good. I don't know. He's just not. It's just
well,
weird that he's our like he's
mhm.
he's our striker. Like
Well, it's
he's
because
who we put up.
we don't play a system that fits him.
Hmm. Yeah,
Like, we're
exactly.
sitting here trying to play a hold up play. Like, they're trying to pass the ball to Nico so he can hold up play against Van Dyke, or we're trying to kick the ball over the top
Yeah,
to over Van Dyke's head against freaking
yeah,
Nico. Like,
yeah.
whose idea is it to do that? Because if that's
Right.
Potch's, I question like he should never be allowed to manage again. If he's the one that came with this tax, like, hey guys, I see a weakness in Liverpool. We've
Yep.
got Nico Jackson up top. Let's try and keep the ball over the top when Van Dyke's on him.
Yeah, man. I'm amazed we had the chances we did outside of the fact that Liverpool defensively is kind of leaky.
They are, and we
Um,
couldn't even score.
and we couldn't score. So I mean, we're yeah. This was our best opportunity against
Yeah.
like if we were going to play any top team, Liverpool would have been the team I picked to play.
Yeah.
Then we got gifted injuries. So
Hmm.
we weren't even playing against several of their key starters. And then a lot of inexperience on the field for them, and they still mentally wanted it more. So
Hmm. Yeah.
that's where
And
the
I mean,
embarrassing thing comes in. Like,
it
it doesn't
is.
even matter. Like, I don't know. We're just talking in some ways talking about the stats of each player is gibberish at this point. Like,
Hmm.
because they don't have the it factor. Like, if one of them
Yeah.
does well, the other 10 are not going to do well. I mean,
Right.
Petrovic was pretty good. So we didn't talk about him.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But we don't have, he's just unspoken at this
yeah,
point in
yeah,
time. Like, I don't have to speak
yeah.
about
Yeah,
Petrovic
yeah.
anymore. Everybody just knows he's good. Like,
Yeah.
and
And
I have a,
Palmer had a
yeah,
bang average
Palmer
day,
too.
although I know you're repping his
Yeah, I
jersey.
am repping my new Palmer jersey. I just got it in from the mega store for the second time I ordered this stinking thing. First time they were
Yeah.
apparently sold out after I gave them my money and they had to refund me. And then they gave me a coupon that didn't even work. So
Yeah. That's the Chelsea mega store for you, man.
that would
They're
never
gonna
happen
take you for
on
all that you have.
that would never happen under the Abramovich administration, Jason. That's all I'm saying. These damn fools, Todd
Oh
Bowley
my
and
god.
company in Clear Lake, making my coupons not work. Another reason I don't like them.
Yeah, you should blame that specifically on Bowley and
I will.
Egbali for
I,
sure.
I should. It's all Todd Bowley and Clear Lake's fault that my
Yeah,
coupon didn't work at the Chelsea Mega Store. Um,
assholes.
I mean, they just keep adding to the list every day of why they're assholes. Like
Yeah.
that's great blog. Maybe next week
Oh
sometime.
yeah.
Top
Yeah.
10 reasons why Todd Bowley and Clear Lake Capital are assholes.
Oh man.
I mean,
Yeah.
that won't actually be half realistic, and I wouldn't have to try and be sarcastic throughout the whole thing. Like I could realistically come up with the top 10 list.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was trying to see some tweets that I had that I wanted to share with you. Oh, this was one. This has happened before the finals. Uh oh no, let me read this one first from the finals, and then I'll jump to this other one after we wrap up the match. But this was Poch in his post game. I don't know how you can describe the situation, but for sure I feel proud. We're a young team and nothing to compare to Liverpool. And then he said, I'm happy with the effort today. It's
That's why
like,
I saw that old Mourinho quote going around.
yeah, yeah, the old move quote going around. Yeah, it's just like,
Yeah.
what is this guy? Like, what does he see? It's like every deadgum game, he's like, they gave a great effort. I'm happy with the effort. Um, I don't know. Like, this is so stupid. I don't know. I don't get it, man.
What's crazy is that, like, this was at least probably a performance where we, energy-wise, I would say more than most matches or more than just about any other match in the season, stayed with it in, like, the full 90,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
we've asked for that all season,
Mm-hmm.
and, and then, yeah, as soon as we have a little bit of extra time, they turn into
Shit the bed,
just
man.
a bunch of wilted little blue flowers out there. Like what are they? I just don't know. I just don't know what to do with this team. Like you don't know what's going to show up. Um and they're average at best. Like I
At
mean,
best. Yeah.
like we're mid table.
That's pretty
Not even
average.
true
That's pretty
mid
mid.
anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty
We're slightly below mid now.
yeah. We have a game in hand though, like you mentioned.
We do. We
Um
do. But it's against Tottenham. So,
Oh yeah, we're wilted. Um, yeah, man. I just yeah, like what do we do? Like this isn't a yeah, our Arsenal are the serious club in London right now, which is sad. Um,
yeah.
we can't even we can't even say we're
Hey,
serious.
but who's had more trophies lately? That's all I'm saying.
I no, absolutely, and
I,
that's why I think we're the still probably the bigger club, even though I think most people would always disagree with that.
yeah. Unless you're a Chelsea fan, most
Yeah,
people do disagree with that.
until we get
But
more Premier Leagues, I don't think people are going to ever think of us as
yeah.
Arsenal, even with the European hardware we have now.
Hmm.
Like, I mean, we have four European trophies right now. Like,
Hmm. We've
and
won
we're
all of well,
still,
except for the Conference League.
yeah. Anyway, that's a different conversation. I'm not going to go there.
Yeah. But
But,
I
like,
mean,
we're not the serious club in London right now. Like, we
no, I
like,
agree.
to lose in this fashion,
Hmm.
I mean, I've already said it 50 times on this. It's just embarrassing. So,
Yeah, I think that makes I think that's 7 finals in a row we've now lost at Wembley.
yeah, since 2018,
Yeah, it's just something like that, yeah.
man,
That's a
it's rough.
that is a, like, gut-wrenching, like, just statistic.
It's rough.
Like, 7 in a row. Like, just letting that sink in for a minute is like, that's 7 more trophies that could have been in our cabinet, and then you really would be talking about us being on par with Arsenal in that sense because of
It
all the
would
domestic trophies, the between the FA Cups and the Carabao Cups we would run.
it would solidify the conversation or the
Mhm.
argument for sure.
Yep.
But man,
But
yeah.
alas, 'tis not true. So
I like the thing is though, man, I'm just gonna keep coming back to this. I hadn't really felt like we've kind of like talked around the embarrassment of like the ownership of
mhm.
Chelsea, but like I hadn't really felt true embarrassment until like the ineptitude of all of our decisions cost us a cup today or
It
yesterday.
it sort of seemed to be a culmination
Yeah.
of
Yeah, it's
everything.
like a well, I mean, we lost a final against a Liverpool, like a weekend Liverpool, with Tottenham's former manager when we bottled it in extra time. Like, and people don't like the word bottle. I guess the word bottled has become a little bit of a after Gary Neville's comment, it's become a little bit of a I don't know, a bad
Well, I
word?
mean,
I
we
don't
we
know because
used it though. What was that 2 weeks ago when Potts
yeah,
bottled? Like I use it all the time describing Pochettino, and he
but somehow
bottled
it
this match.
means,
He
like
bottled that match
somehow he said that and, like, people are like, "Oh, how could you accuse them of being cowards?" You know, and
because we
I'm
played
like,
like cowards in extra time. That's
I
exactly why we played like freaking cowards. Potch didn't go out there and tell these kids to attack. He told them to go out there and sit back and defend when we can't defend.
yeah,
Why? He played like a coward. He's not
with
wrong.
some last minute subs that are just like, "What?"
Mhm,
Yeah, I didn't think he was wrong, and I didn't really I mean, he just kinda said what we all were saying at the time, and in his comments, he said that he was angry, at, like, how we were playing,
mhm.
towards the end, and he said he was angry from the 91st minute to when Liverpool scored, and he admitted he didn't want Liverpool to win,
Yeah,
which as a former very successful Man U player, why would you?
yeah,
Um, so I think he was just saying what we all felt anyway, but apparently
yeah.
that's been a bad he's gotten so much flack for that.
But it's
It's
not
crazy.
necessarily false. Like, as much as Chelsea fans wanna hate it and hate on him for
Yeah.
saying it, when you look at it and you break it down, we've spent $1,000,000,000 and we bottled the match.
Yeah.
Where tell me where he's lying. Like,
Yeah.
I'll have a conversation with you. Tell me where the lie is, because I don't
Yeah.
see it. I mean, it's painful. Sometimes the truth hurts, guys. The
Yeah.
truth hurts sometimes, and we're in a lot of pain right now as Chelsea fans.
I'm just I
Mm,
yeah. I just the feelings I felt last week, which were nil. Like I
mhm.
felt nothing last week.
Yeah.
Um to Yeah, I don't and it's not even like I expected us to win. It's not even like I had this grand hope we could. It's
Mhm.
just I saw the ineptitude and you see all the little decision makings on the pitch and you see all
Yeah.
the little decision makings Potch is making. And then for us to just capitulate in extra time and let this narrative of Liverpool, like this legendary thing that's going to happen because of frickin' Klopp's last season. They're always
Yep.
going to refer to this final as
Oh
Chelsea got
god.
beat by a bunch of kids.
Yep.
Like
It just
that just
amplifies it.
yeah, it just embarrasses me.
Mhm.
Like more so, I could handle like the criticism, everything else, because you and I agree with a lot of it.
Mhm.
like, like we're not happy about what's happening to the club, but like to lose a final in that fashion, and then Liverpool's got like all of this legendary lore around it now is
God.
just incredibly embarrassing to me, and it's gonna like for us to overcome the embarrassment, for us to overcome the status of what some people think will we will always be labeled the $1 billion bottle jobs or the blue $1 billion bottle job or whatever it is
Yeah.
until on like for us to overcome that we have to be successful, and then the embarrassment to me just gets more concentrated because I don't think we're going to be successful. We've had this conversation a few times since Bowley and Co have taken over about when do we become successful again? And I'm just not sure. I have no
It
idea.
keeps moving. It
It
keeps
does.
moving because, like, I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
when they first bought the club, well, like, give us a couple years, and then it's like 3 years, and I think the last time we had discussion, it was like 5 years. Like, we might be good in
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah.
Like, it just keeps moving down the road, and it's like, how far is it gonna go before, it ends? And there is no end in sight at this point in time.
I mean, I
Maybe the
don't
world
know.
ends before Chelsea is good again, because that's the way it feels right now.
Yeah, I think that's probably the more likely bet. That's what I'd put my money on if I was gonna bet against us.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
man.
Yeah, I'm just embarrassed.
Yeah. You got anything else to add about the match before I make you even more embarrassed when I read this tweet to you?
No, let's read the tweet. No, I'm done.
Okay. That
I feel like I've talked way too much on this. Maybe live streaming this for me. I feel
maybe
like
it
I've
is. You,
hogged the spotlight.
you're home, man. You're home. Live streaming is
Yeah,
fun,
I'm
Jason. You're home.
home.
You're home right now.
Yeah.
So this was a tweet. This went around last week. You probably saw it, but I know we hadn't talked about it here. It says internally, Chelsea see this season as good progress, as their underlying model suggests the club should be fifth and not 10th. But we're not fifth. We are 11th now. So
What is the
your
underlying
stupid,
model?
their dumbass analytics, I'm sure is what it is.
So
I'm
they went boop 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 into a little
yeah.
computer,
Yep.
and their little computer said, "Hey, y'all should actually be 5th.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Enjoy your new head canon."
Yeah.
And then they sent that out into the world, like,
Yeah.
somehow,
Yeah.
like, "Actually, I think we should be 5th. Let the press
Mhm.
know."
Yeah.
I mean,
Let the
what is
let the
this?
PR machine crank up. We're cranking the PR machine up. This has been cranking all day today too. So,
What
whatever.
is this, man? What are
I,
we even doing here?
it's just like it's just like a loser mentality. It's like, oh, we're
Yeah.
in 10th right now, but we should be fifth, guys. We're so much better than what says it on paper. But the paper is what matters. Like the standings are what matters. Like you don't. Oh, you should have been fifth, so we're going to give you a chance to go to Europa League now, Chelsea. No, it's not the way it works, you dummies. I don't care what your
I
analytics say. The table says we're 11th, and that's what we are. I don't care what your analytics say.
yeah. I don't care what reality Bowley and Co. wanna create. I wish they would live in this one.
Mhm.
Like, just live in the one that faces you, where your manager ignored you while he was going to get his 2nd place trophy. No, I'm just kidding. I
Mhm.
think a lot has been made of that, that I don't think we have to buy into narratively, but it is funny for this point.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't know what
I
else
know.
to say to that.
I don't either. I There is nothing you can say. It's just pure stupidity at this point, Jason. It's pure stupidity.
Yeah.
Um. Oh, in other Chelsea news, we hired um Owen Eastwood today.
Is he from Brighton?
To No, shockingly, he is not from Brighton, Jason. Shockingly,
Ah, damn.
I mean,
Damn.
you.
I
I
want
mean,
their
if you,
whole back staff.
I mean, honestly, if you're saying Chelsea hired somebody, you might as well just say they're from Brighton. Odds are you'll probably be right. Like you have a higher percentage chance of being right than you do wrong.
That I
So,
mean,
eh,
historically,
yeah,
yes.
yes, historically, yes. But he is going to lead a project on our history and identity, which will impact the environments at Stamford Bridge and Cobham training centers. The New Zealander has worked with major teams in a number of sports, including Gareth Southgate's England. That should already be a red flag. So, yeah,
Wow.
this is what he says. I call myself a performance coach. I'm not an executive coach. I'm not a life coach. My role is to help the team perform better. He's going to build an optimal environment for people to compete from.
Great.
70 He says that 70% of behavior is determined by whatever environment you're in. So apparently they're saying the environment around Chelsea is shit right now, and that's their own doing because they're the owners.
Wait, so what happened to that positivity guy we got from, like, the
That's a
rugby team?
great question, Jason. Great. Was he rugby? Is that what he came
I
from?
thought
Was
it
rugby?
was. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was a rugby guy from like New Zealand or something like that. I'm with you. I wish we knew what happened to him because we need some of his positivity and motivation right now as fans. He needs to motivate us.
Yeah. I'm trying to find out about this guy.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
probably
he
been
was a
fired.
mental skills coach, Gilbert
Yeah,
Anoka from
yeah,
rugby's All Blacks team. Yeah.
yeah. Is he still with us? Is he still there? Because he
I
sucks
don't
at his
know.
job if he does. If he's still there and he's our mental coach, fire him. Fire him.
I don't know. I'm reading an article from last February. I haven't heard about him in a while.
I remember us talking about it on the podcast when we hired him, and then that was the last thing I remember saying about him.
He was supposed to set a new culture at the club.
Well, that's not working. So it sounds like he's doing the same thing this other dude's doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we just replaced him.
I swear.
Oh,
We hired.
sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to read a tweet from Matt Law.
Oh, is this more of the propaganda machine that he was putting out today?
My read on Pochettino's press conference, I was in the room, was that he was saying the players were knackered and subconsciously started to play for penalties. I didn't get any sense that he set them. It's basically what you said earlier.
Oh, so Matt Wall
Cut,
was
and then
on
this
it?
is
Yeah,
another one.
that makes complete
Yeah,
sense.
that was Matt Law that said that, and then he said,
Oh, God.
"Cut final defeat puts the spotlight back on Pochettino and his future, but sacking him at the end of the season or before would only prove that all talk of a project at Chelsea should be dismissed, and there might not be a queue to replace him."
Mm-hmm.
So that was a tweet he put out yesterday.
He is the biggest propaganda arm of the Todd Bowley machine. Like, I'm so
Yeah,
sick of freaking Matt Law. And anything Matt Law says, it freaking irritates me to no end.
yeah,
Whatever. They're just
yeah.
cranking that propaganda machine up again, Jason. That's what they're doing.
I know, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I like they have to. I guess it's very American in a way.
It's
The way that
so
they go
American.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, but I mean, spin it. Just they're gonna keep trying to spin it. Go back and listen to our podcasts. You know that they can't. um, we've been in this situation for 2 years now. So
Yeah. It's been a spin zone of 2 years for trying to make us think things are good when things are really shit. I mean, the
I
perfect example of that is when Potter left and when Tuchel left because they did all the Tuchel spin zone crap
exactly,
once, and then they did all the spin zone
yeah,
crap again when Potter left, and now we're just repeating the cycle again with Pochettino. It's going to be a whole nother spin zone of crap that comes out now. So
yeah.
it's just cycles
I
repeating itself.
We have nothing else going for us this season. There's no way we're winning the FA Cup.
No.
I genuinely hope that comes back to bite me. I would love to be wrong about that, but I have no belief that we're going to win the FA Cup because Leeds is going to rock our world on Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll be out. I I would I am officially Potch out. We are officially Potch out
Yeah.
podcast. Let them finish the season. Like we have nothing else going for us. Let him finish the season. Then we can all say he had a whole year to do his thing. Like
And he
there's none
failed.
of this. He came in halfway, 6 games into the season. Bullshit. Like there's none of that. Like it will be what it is. He had a preseason, he had a whole season.
Yeah.
Let him come in here, let him continue to keep doing what he's doing. I don't know, man. Like maybe DCC is right. Maybe this will turn around. DCC is going to have to start performing better for
Yeah.
things to
That's for
turn
sure.
around. Like
Consistently.
look at Amir, dude. Like
Yeah.
figure it out. But I don't have any faith that this team in its current iteration with current management
Mm-hmm.
and truthfully with current like uppers, like I just
Yeah.
do not see this happening. So
I'm with you. Sorry.
dude, you said I'm with you as you stood up and turned your back
Yeah.
to me.
I'm sorry. I was showing the people at home my Cole Palmer jersey. No, my AirPod was about to die, so I had to go
Oh,
get
okay,
another
okay.
one. So anyway, yes, but can we not just do what freaking Bayern Munich's doing right now and just saying, "Hey, our manager's gone at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Let's just do that. Like,
Let's
I'm
start
all for
parading the
that.
job around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's start opening up interviews, start interviewing. Now, there are rumors going around that we have started looking for a replacement. So there's that.
How do you feel about us taking another person off of Liverpool and getting Xabi Alonso?
I thought you were fixing to say, how do I feel about us going and getting Brighton's manager? And I was about to throw something across the room.
We've already tried that. We've already tried that.
We'll probably try it again, Jason. We'll probably try. The thing is with Xabi Alonso, I would be okay with it, but I know I'm not even going to entertain the thought because there's no realistic. When the Liverpool job is open and the Bayern Munich job is open now,
You're right.
two teams he's played for, he ain't coming back, or he's not going to go anywhere else except for one of those two teams. Like, he's not going to come to Chelsea over two teams that he's played for before. And it's just a matter of him. Does he want to go back to Liverpool or does he want to stay in Germany?
Whatever, man. Liverpool is not going to give him a 10-year contract for $100 million. That's just not happening. We will.
We will.
That's how we do things here.
We would definitely give him a 10-year contract.
Xabi Alonso, come join our project. 20 years. You got the
20
job.
years. Yeah, fully guaranteed too.
Fully
guaranteed.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter, he could be here for half a year and we still have to pay him everything.
You got like platinum status, like with car insurance, man. You got unlimited accident forgiveness.
You can get us relegated 5 times and you're still going to be here getting paid $20 million for 20 years. $20 million a year for 20 years.
Well, yeah, look how many trains Poch has wrecked. Like
all of them. I mean, Tottenham, PSG, Chelsea's now. Pretty good at that.
All the trains. Poch has
all
the
trains.
God.
All of them. I mean, that's the thing. Is like, who thought that this guy was going to be good at managing when he couldn't even win any trophy? Like, he won like 1 trophy with PSG, maybe 2 with PSG. But that's PSG. I could have won those trophies. It's a freaking farmers league. You're the only team in the freaking league that's decent half the time. Like,
exactly.
Jeez, at least in the Italian league, there's parity and there's multiple teams are good. Same thing with the Bundesliga. You're seeing it this year. There's parity in there. Not League One. It is strictly just PSG because they buy everything and buy everybody. But whatever. It just proves how terrible of a manager he is. He's a shit manager.
Yeah. We should have a section of every podcast where we just read Poch's tweets.
That would be nice.
Or not Poch's tweets. I'm so sorry. Matt Law's tweets.
Hey, I'm all for that too. We just have a tweet section.
After he said his read on Poch's press conference where he said the players were knackered and subconsciously started to play for penalties, he said, having said that, I still believe Chelsea were awful in extra time, and it was very odd that they just stepped off. Pochettino said Gallagher had to come off, but moving Palmer inside didn't work. He was Chelsea's biggest threat from the right. I also think the way in which the team wilted was perhaps the biggest example we've had of the lack of leadership and character in the squad. Nobody wanted to take responsibility to be brave to go and try to win it. They just didn't want to lose. Hey, Matt Law's talking some sense, man.
That's the most sense Matt Law has ever said in a tweet.
Dude doesn't know what half of things means. Yeah. But he got this right.
Hey, there's just this podcast out there that's been saying this for 2 years now. I'm always going to revert back to that because I feel like we're right all the time, Jason, and we're never wrong.
Okay, let me give you a question.
Oh boy, here we go. This is the fun time of the podcast. Gots is about to break down.
Since nobody else is ever going to want the Chelsea job after this. Dude, we were so desirable. Like, even when Roman and company were just firing managers all the time,
people still wanted to come here.
We were still desirable. I don't think anybody wants to come here.
No.
But since nobody else wants to come here, we have 2 choices of manager, right? You stick with Poch.
Oh God.
Or
don't say it.
You get a Potter back.
Oh God, that's worse than what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to be like, bring Moo back. I thought that's what you were going to say.
I love Moo, and Mourinho was good at the time he was good. He's
Yeah.
over.
I don't
Mourinho's
know.
over.
I'm still on board. If we want to fire Potts now and bring him move for the rest of the year, I'm okay with
Sure.
that. Just as
I'm
long as he
okay with that.
understands that as of May 31st, he is no longer the manager at Chelsea. That's
Yeah.
all I care about. I don't care
You
if he
better
comes
find a
back and wins.
replacement.
Yeah, I don't care if he comes back and wins the Premier League. No, just great. Just leave. Just leave.
Yeah.
Um, no, I'm God. I think I would honestly. This is so weird. I think I'd rather Potter back. Like in all
Oh,
honesty,
yeah.
because at least Potter had tactics. Like at
Yeah.
least he had like I didn't agree with his players that he played out of position and some of his tactics and the way that he set the team up all the time. I thought he was very inconsistent with that. Potch is
Yeah.
just consistent. It's just consistently bad, and we consistently have no tactics. We just played the same formation every match.
Yeah.
I,
But do you think Potter could do what well, there's not a good way to
the
ask this.
Potch hasn't done anything.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Potter didn't either. But Potter had a
Yeah,
different crew. Like, do you
he did.
think with this team, Potter is more or less successful with the current iteration of Chelsea?
I think it'd be about the same. I don't think
Yeah.
either one of them are great managers. Like I think they're both average
Yeah.
managers. I mean, Potter's never won anything really. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you count that 6-tier championship in the Swedish Football League as a trophy or whatever.
I thought it was 14th tier. Okay. 6.
14th tier,
6
whatever
is better
tier.
than 14.
Hey, whatever. But yeah,
God.
I
What a
was
joke.
interesting. Yeah, they both
It
suck
was a
and making me
nonsense
choose.
question here at
Yeah.
the end. There's
Yep.
nothing there's nothing in that. We lost. We gained 2 viewers, and then I asked that question,
Yeah.
and we lost
And
them.
they lost. Yep. Hey.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. It's all good. What last note I have in my podcast notes, Jason, is interesting stat that I heard today. Since 2003, Chelsea has not gone back-to-back seasons without winning a trophy. If we don't
Oh,
win anything this year, which is highly, highly unlikely, 2 years in a row we will not have won a trophy.
stat broken.
So stupid.
Yeah.
We suck.
Yeah. We suck. Yeah, I'm doom scrolling Chelsea Twitter now.
Mm.
So,
It's a fun place right now.
yeah.
Anyway, we gotta do predictions that we're terrible at. And so we got Leeds on Wednesday, and then who do we have? Who do we play this weekend? Is it Brentford? Is that who we're playing this weekend? I don't even know. I don't keep
even
up with
care.
it. I'm with you. I don't care. That's why I don't know who we're playing.
Who cares anymore? Oh, dude, Tottenham. No, just kidding. I'm an idiot. That was no. We play Brentford on Saturday.
It is Brentford, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Brentford. They've won like one of their last they're on a really bad run of form. Just put it this way.
Yeah, they are.
They're on a terrible run of form.
Perfect opportunity for them to beat
Yep.
us.
They've won 3 matches since November 12th.
Wow.
And they've only drawn 1 match in there. But to your point, Charity FC over here is going to gift them a win this weekend, probably.
Oh yeah, we're losing that.
All
So
right,
we're making 2
FA
predictions
Cup first. Yeah, FA Cup first. How do we do against Leeds?
Yeah, we're out. We're gonna lose 2-1.
So that was let me see. Where's the match? Is it at Chelsea or is it at Leeds?
At Chelsea.
It's at Chelsea. I'm going inverse you. We're going to win 2-1 just to be different. Even as
Wow.
much as I want us to get out of this competition and lose. You know what? No. 1-1 draw, there's going to be a replay. 1-1 draw replay.
Okay. Let me see. I know I did predict pins in the Liverpool game. I almost got there.
What was your score prediction?
2-2. So
Oh, that was bold.
yeah, you predicted a 2-1 loss.
Yeah. Um. Okay,
Okay, let
Brentford.
me add these to our sheet. Oh, this is FA Cup. Damn.
Stupid freaking FA Cup.
Yeah. That kind of sucks that we lose one cup just to have to go play in another one.
Yeah, and lose it too.
Yeah. That's how it goes, man.
Yep.
Leeds. We're playing home, and you are predicting a 1-1 draw for replay, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
predicting a 2-1
Defeat,
loss.
which is highly likely as well.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's happening.
all right. Brentford this weekend. I am going 1-0 loss at Brentford. We will gift a win somehow, some way. We will lose this weekend 1-0.
Hmm. I am going to go 1-1 draw. Actually,
It's fair. We're not. Yeah, we're not keeping a clean sheet. We both agree on that.
yeah, for sure. Brentford away, and you are so. If we draw or lose, we will officially be behind our point total for last season.
Oh, again at
Um,
Brentford.
yeah. So yeah, last season, at game 26, which technically, I mean, I guess technically that's what this is, but because we had to postpone a game for the final. So, but at this same game match day,
Yep.
we but anyway, you're predicting a 1-0 loss
Mm-hmm.
at
It's
Brentford,
at
and I'm
Brentford.
predicting a
We're gonna
1-1
lose.
draw.
We're gonna lose.
Okay. Fun. I always love the predictions part of this match.
Yep. Oh well. I don't know. You got anything
Uh,
else you need to add, Jason, to this
no,
wonderful episode?
I do think we need to find ways to just not be depressed about this,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
especially now that we're live streaming and we've lost all but one viewer. Um, kind of a
Mm-hmm.
dour, a very dour tone that we have to take now,
Mm.
and I'd like for us to find something positive. So I don't
Okay.
know if we need like a running bit or a running like we talk about something exciting that happened in Chelsea's past. So I'd like that. I'd like to be more upbeat and positive. But the I think the tone of this podcast was fine. Or I think the tone of this episode was fine considering the garbage we showed on Sunday.
Circumstances. Yeah.
Yeah, the circumstances. So
I mean,
yeah.
but how are we supposed to be positive? I don't get it, man. I don't know how to be positive as a Chelsea fan these days. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
Same.
We'll
I
try
have no
though.
idea. Yeah, we'll
We'll
try.
try and be positive
We
next
have a week to
episode.
brainstorm things. We'll be
Maybe we
back
just come
next
up with
Monday.
a positively positive segment on the episode.
Yeah, something in current Chelsea to be positive about.
Does it have to be about Chelsea? Because you're making this really hard, man. You're making this a really hard exercise, Jason.
No, it doesn't have to be about Chelsea.
Okay. So I can just come up with something positive that isn't about Chelsea.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
might be able to do that.
Okay. I think we need our own run in to the end of the season because this is about to get bad.
Yeah,
So
it is. Just pray it doesn't get as bad as last year. I mean, like at this point, like what do we have to play for? Like what do we have to win? Just throw the academy kids out there. Same thing we said last year. Let's just do that.
yeah. Yeah. We need 3 more wins to hit our point total from last year. So that's cool. That's good. That's good stuff.
That's neat.
Oh, did it not do the
It
it
didn't
didn't do
do
the
it.
thing. There we go.
Oh, there goes the thumbs up. Yeah, anyway, that's neat, man. That's cool.
That's neat. Yeah.
That's neat. That's how I like my whiskey. Oh,
Oh
oh
god.
yeah. Yeah. Tell these people where they can find. Well, tell this person where. Well, I guess we'll put this out in podcast form.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
tell these people where they can
Hey,
find
we
us.
got up to 4 listeners this episode.
We
It's
did.
pretty cool. That we know of. Usually, if in the audio only world, we're kind of flying blind until we put the episode out into the world. Uh, but anyway, yeah, sorry that I scared 2 people off by talking about
Yeah,
Potter and Potch in the same sentence. But yeah, if you want more musings, if you want amazing match write-ups that are unconventional and fun
definitely unconventional.
and are clever in ways that you have to be as a Chelsea fan in the current era because there's
Yeah.
not many good things to talk about in a match review.
A
Go
lot of
read,
redundancy.
yeah. Go read Daniel's amazing writing on our Substack. And at the same handle, which I'll give you in a second, or if you're
You can just
watching
point
right now,
down now, Jason.
it's
Just
on the
point
screen.
down. Yeah.
But for our podcast listeners,
Yeah.
we're also on the X where we post. That never sound correct, but we're on Twitter.
It never will. It never will.
You can listen to us during the game there. Daniel does amazing things on there. You can see our reactions to things, all things Chelsea. All the reactions are bad now. Sorry about that, but that's the state of being at the moment. But you can go to both Substack and X. Find us at Red White Blues FC.
Yep, check us out there. Check us out on Apple and Spotify and wherever you listen to your podcast at. Also, Jason, you forgot to add. You got to add our YouTube in there now. You got to plug our YouTube.
Oh wow! Hey, yeah. You can find this episode in visual form. So if you want to see what we look like, if you've been a long time listener for the past
Yeah.
year and a half,
Mhm.
we are over 100 episodes now. There's plenty of things to go back and listen to.
Mhm.
You can listen to the mayhem that was coming to terms with a new Chelsea last year and the the sadness of realizing Chelsea will never be the same this year. You can see the whole journey, or you can
Mhm.
hear the whole journey, but now you'll start to see the whole journey on our YouTube channel, also at Red White Blues FC. We are consistent around here. Find us
We are.
on. Eventually, we'll be on all the things.
Mhm.
But for now, just those 3. So at Red White Blues FC.
Doom, doom, doom. Yes, and we are live streaming on Monday nights at 7:30 for the foreseeable future.
Yeah,
For the
for now.
foreseeable future, we're going to
We'll
try
keep you
live
posted.
streaming out. We'll keep you posted. We might stop live streaming. We're still planning on doing video format from here on out. So every episode will be at least available in the audio or the visual space for you visually impaired people. You can listen to the audio, and for you hearing impaired people, you can. Well, then it wouldn't make. Well, maybe
You
there's
can.
subtitles. There's subtitles on YouTube, so we're good.
They'll be on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever.
We
But
want every Chelsea fan to
we're
feel
inclusive.
welcome here. Yeah.
We're inclusive.
We love you all.
We love you all. We don't care what you,
Yeah.
where you're from, what your sexual identity. We don't care. You're
Yeah.
cool. Come and
You're
join
cool.
us.
Yeah.
You're cool.
Come talk about
Come
Chelsea.
on over. Come talk about Chelsea. And that's all that matters if you're a Chelsea fan. Now, if you cheer for another team, we might have problems.
Oh,
But
yeah. We don't like you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
no, I'm just kidding.
We have plenty of friends from
Whatever.
other teams. We just
Yes,
only talk to them sparingly. So yeah,
that's
you'll
right.
be the same.
For sure.
I don't know.
Amazon. No, we're not on there yet because
Amazon.
Bezos is yet to give us I went like 2 weeks straight without saying Amazon, man.
You were good
Back
for a
on-
while.
I was good for a while. Made it 2 weeks. So I have to go start my my work problem thing with no injuries at work. Daniel hasn't said Amazon in now 0 days because it's back to Amazon. We're on
Oh my god.
Apple and Spotify where you can listen to your podcast at these days. Yeah, just listen, give us a like, give us a follow our YouTube channel. We're there now. We're doing things. We're going big. So we need
Hey,
y'all
this is
support.
kind of the fun time to follow. You're about to watch us just fumble through and figure stuff
Yeah.
out until we get like settle on some fun stuff. So I don't know if you like uncertainty, if you like watching some older guys fumble through the current technology space,
Yeah.
if you like awkward situations and laughing at other people's plights,
Yes.
yeah, now's a great time to start following.
Yeah. Because there's gonna I mean, well, hell, it took us 2 weeks to figure out how to live stream. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we've been
dude.
working on this for, like, 2 weeks now, and we just finally figured it out this week. So, hey, but
Oh
we've got it
god.
figured out, and we're gonna do
Yeah.
live streaming, and, hopefully, we're gonna start live streaming some games as well, so you can see our honest reactions during the games. I know y'all get that in word form when I post our text messages, but,
Yeah.
you know, faces
Yeah.
during game,
Whole
it
other whole other level.
a whole nother level. Whole nother level. But yeah. So anyway, until next time, guys. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Oh my god. We have another cup competition coming up on Wednesday. Flippity floppity.